Oh, dream of lands where all the birds are free, dancing around the olive tree. Oh, dream of lands where all the birds are free, come gather round the olive tree, come gather round the olive tree.
Hi, I'm Jenna and I'm head here at the Oaks Community Primary School.
And the Oaks is in Ellesmere Port. And today we're here to talk about Adrift.
About a year and a half ago I went to a More in Common conference and saw a really powerful snippet of the Adrift play, and it was from this conference that I realised how important it was to do some work in school about the refugee crisis, about journeys, about home, about that sense of belonging, but really most importantly about that tolerance of others and that acceptance of others.
Our work with Action Transport Theatre has been absolutely transformational for our curriculum. You know, social justice and conservation is the heart of what we do, and they've been able to offer us an amazing experience that has really enhanced the work we're already doing with our children.
That can have performance poetry, it can have artwork, it can have children reading work that they've done, it can have the multimedia art that we've created, and we want to share that with our community to say, look, this is what we can do through the work at Oldfield for our children. And for parents to know and then start conversations at home.
I think from the initial work that we did with Action Transport in developing the play Adrift, which was a fantastic experience for the whole school community, being able to use that as the focal point now as a curriculum development project with all the schools we have done over the last few years has been incredible. And I think what we've seen now is, well, the fruits of the work of all of the schools and leaders that have taken part. It's been fantastic.
When the Adrift project was mentioned by Ignite, I was extremely interested in that because my background's working with asylum seekers and refugees.
This time we are asked to design a curriculum that has a clear intent. That can be applied in lots of different ways, but for us, our intent is very, very clear for our children and the children in the local area to make this area and make this world a better place.
My name's Dylan. My name's Mohammed. We're 11 and we go to the Oaks Community Primary School. I see the full perspective of them now as we did a lot of research into the play. I see what they would go through and it's not nice, like no one should go through that. Now like I actually see like what they've been going through and like all of their things that they've been struggling in.
I've learned that they're not just people that are trying to come into our countries. They're people that are going through a lot in their countries and they just want a safe place where they know they're safe and somewhere that feels like home.
When we took on board the Adrift project, it was to give the children an understanding of people moving from their homeland to live somewhere else. We like to see our school as a whole school, so we were looking at something that could encourage the younger children. So we started with Paddington, the original refugee, and it gave the younger children a way in of seeing that this bear has moved from one land to another and the experiences he had.
We've been learning about Paddington. He came from Peru to London in somebody's home that he could live in.
The older children then went to watch the Adrift play and they understood that that actually happens to real people and what that was like, people their age, what it might feel like for them to have to move and relocate somewhere else.
It gave the children a step into that world, and then through the work that we've done, if they've not been aware of what refugees are, and actually through the play it doesn't talk about a refugee, just a boy and a girl that are travelling from one place to another, the children have been able to use that connection. It was just brilliant. One of the staff said to start some discussions as well. The actual discussions that they got from seeing the play actually enabled the children to go deeper in their understanding of what it was about. And the penny dropped for a few of them when they realised it was about refugees.
I never knew that they had to walk to England. I thought they got in the car, then they just drove there straight away. So at first I thought refugees were just people coming to our country because something bad happened. But after the Adrift project, it really opened my eyes towards the problem. It really helped me see that they're not only coming here just to live here, they came here because they need a place of safety and they really need somewhere to calm down because of what they've been through.
So I knew a little bit, but I always thought it was just somebody escaping from war. I didn't exactly know that it could be something else they were escaping from poverty or something else like that.
In my 14 years teaching, I'd never seen anything specifically geared around the asylum seeker and refugee, maybe migrant experience. So I was very keen for our school to become involved and excited to have the performance within our school to our Key Stage 2 pupils to really get them to understand part of the experience, but also as a starting point to exploring people's experiences going to a new place, what people have to leave behind, and also exploring labels that we place on people.
Refugees are one of the most desperate people in the world, and they really, really need something. I don't really want them to get abused by people like criminals or adults who think that they should just go back to where they came from.
I made a two-way poem, so when you read it from bottom to top and top to bottom, it means two different things. We should get rid of them. Do not tell me that they belong. They are not like us. Never think to share our food, share our lives, share our country. We must take action and tell them to leave. Don't be stupid. Push them back. We must not go onto another road. Go onto another road. We must not push them back. Don't be stupid and tell them to leave. We must take action. Share our country, share our lives, share our food. Never think that they're not like us. They belong. Do not tell me that we should get rid of them.
I think it's more and more important in the days of divisive referenda, that kind of thing, all the things we're seeing in the world where things are being politicised. I think it's really important that the next generation understand the issues that are out there and that they're able to be informed to make their own decisions.
Yeah, it's very important because when you get older and you may find a refugee and you won't know how to treat them because you've not learned about it.
The passion that all heads and leaders and teachers have shared with us in developing this has been quite transformational, I'd say.
This, for my teachers, this gave a real surge of energy about the curriculum work. It seemed to unite everybody with a real sense of purpose that what we were doing was going to make a difference. And with the Google Classroom that was set up by St Bernard's, that just added another layer of collaboration and networking, and that was powerful in itself.
It's preparing them for a better, more tolerant future, especially in year 6 going into secondary school.
What we've managed to is inject that hope and for children to have a voice and feel like they can make a difference. So although there might be terrible things happening in the world, they feel like they can make a real difference with their voice.
That's been key, isn't it? Find your voice and use it for the planet.
Sometimes we forget to give our children credit for their understanding of what they actually know and see and hear, and from their voices come the best questions, and it's been really interesting hearing them tell their parents and then the parents coming in with different questions as well. So together as a whole community it's really given us a chance to explore those different questions together, and our understanding is now better.
The curriculum work we've done has really empowered children to know the facts and to kind of form opinions based on fact as well, so that when they're talking and they're challenging members of their family about issues, they can do that confidently, and they know that actually what they believe in, they can articulate that to their family members.
It's been really interesting with our children coming in and telling us the conversations they've had at home, as we all have. I think that's powerful, really.
To actually change things, and be the voice of change that's going on, and the voice of reason quite often.
You need to tell one of your friends or maybe someone who doesn't know about refugees, and then you can tell them to pass it on to other people who don't know about refugees, and then
spread the word.
Yeah.
it brought teachers together, children together, and our community together. And I think this is the type of work I just want to keep continuing with at school.
That's what education should be about, in my opinion, giving children a broad education of the issues in the world, apart from just learning to read and write. It's making them global citizens, really.
As a community, we should just think together and just build them a house if they don't have enough money, and we should all be treated equally.
One child, one teacher, one pen and one book can change the world. I fully agree with this quote because I believe that if you get educated, you can change the world. It is through my education that I've become aware of the issues surrounding immigration, and this is what I want to talk to you today about. I don't understand why people become so upset when others enter the UK from other countries. I hear people saying, get back to your own country. Isn't this everyone's country? Doesn't it belong to God? How dare they make people feel so bad? I wish people would just think before they speak out. Think about what they had to go through. Think about the war zone they have just left. Think about how they would feel in their shoes. All I ask of you today is to think about this. Before you judge a man, walk a mile in his shoes.
2, 3, 4. Your world is mine and mine is yours. We are your home, your welcome shores. We can live as one, no need to hide. We can change the world, we can change their views. Let's change the world and live side by side. Let's change the world and live side by side.